Hello and welcome to Temple Timeout. I'm Bri Hofsass.
And I'm Vince Coll. Coming up today, Feyonda Fitzgerald is in the WNBA. She got drafted. We'll have the details with that. We're also going to go over the Big 5 honors that went out earlier this week, and we're going to talk some women's lacrosse.
And then we're also going to take a look back at a Temple Football Hall of Famer. We have all that and more after this timeout.
Welcome back. Now, we are going to start things off talking some big news.
Vince, I think I'm getting a fever. I'm
right
sorry.
now?
Yeah. I got an Indiana fever because Feyonda Fitzgerald just was the 20th overall draft pick for the WNBA. And, you know, she's the 4th ever Temple Owl to be drafted in the WNBA. And I think that it's interesting that 3 of the 4 Owls drafted all have landed with the Indiana fever.
Yeah, and like you said, 4 people were drafted. 3 of them are all on the Indiana fever. Their current roster, crazy stuff. But this is coming right after the Philadelphia Big 5 awards that came out earlier this week. Because who else but Feyonda Fitzgerald won Player of the Year for the women's team. And then even Temple head coach Tanya Cardoza, she wins Coach of the Year for the Big 5. And that is actually her 5th time winning the award. Super big showing once again for Temple.
And then you have Aaliyah Butts also making first team and Denasia Fountain on the second team. But let's take a look at the men's. We didn't forget about them. Yeah. Shiz Alston, sophomore point guard for Temple. He actually earned Big 5's most improved player of the year. And I'm not surprised by this at all, Vince. No. I don't know about you. I mean, you just look at Vince. He was so unproven, and he ended up averaging 14 points a game, 4 assists, his 2.7 to assist to turnover ratio, and he just improved so much. He really took to being the team's leading scorer, and that's why he earned first team honors for the Big 5.
Yeah, and not to mention, Obi and Echionia took home second team honors. Shiz was the leading scorer this year, and if you would have told me that before the season started, that Shiz Alston, after his freshman year where he barely, he was behind Josh Brown most of the time, got a lot of minutes. That it was really fun to see Shiz go off and even led the team in scoring over Obi this year, who got second team.
I know, and Fran Dunphy, he actually said that Obi was projected to be their leading scorer, and then sophomore Shiz just took it away. Yeah. All right, but moving right along, we keep talking about the lacrosse team, but these girls, they're just on a roll. They're coming off a 5-game win streak, and they're 7-0 at home still, which is unbelievable.
It really seems like they can't lose. Especially at home, 7-0 at home. They were in action this week, and we're going to take you to their highlights because this is them. Early on, this is Carly D'Amato. She had 4 goals versus Butler, and Butler came into this current game here that they played on Wednesday on a 7-game losing streak, and Temple scored 19 goals. The score was 19-7, and they win another home game, another conference game, and they are going to. Here's Carly D'Amato again. She's surveying, takes it herself. Oh my goodness! And they played Villanova over the weekend, and that game Temple actually came back, but this was the goal here to seal it. They win 13-11, huge game. Villanova is another Big East conference member, and now they basically can control their destiny moving forward because they verse Vanderbilt tomorrow, and that if they win this game versus Vanderbilt, they clinch a berth in the Big East tournament at the end of the season, and that's huge for Temple Lacrosse.
Right, Vince, and it's really looking like it's not a matter of whether or not they're going to make it, it's where they're going to be seated, which I think that's what these seniors really wanted to accomplish in their season. If they win against Vanderbilt, they're in, and they're going to be looking at a number 2 seed in the Big East, which is that's a high seed.
No, for sure. And believe it or not, last year it was a huge deal when the Owls got into the Big East tournament. They got the 4th seed, and huge excitement around it. But now it kind of seems like everyone's starting to, come to expect that out of Temple lacrosse. I think that's definitely cool.
All right, well, it is that time of the week for Player of the Week, and our Player of the Week, it's not necessarily a Temple Owl anymore. We're going to be honoring former head coach Wayne Harden. He is Temple football's winningest coach in program history with 80 wins, and he led Temple to their very first ever bowl game.
Yeah, and we're going to roll some video now. You can get an idea of who this man was. Here he is. This is courtesy of Owl Sports. Actually, our very own Rebecca Hendrickson in 2013 posted this. She posted this video, and it was, it went online. And you can get a sight of really what Wayne Harden was like as a guy. He said he never got into coaching, for the glory, for the Hall of Fame, for this and that. He got into it to help kids. And I think, if you have a guy with a character like that to be, the winningest coach in Temple history, his name kind of goes synonymous with Temple football. I think that really speaks volumes about him. He's definitely going to be missed with the Temple football community.
And 10-win seasons these past 2 years is kind of a pattern, but he was actually the first coach in 1979 to lead the Owls to a 10-2 record, and they finished the season that year 17th in the polls, which is Temple's highest record ever.
They still haven't done that. And in response to the passing, Dr. Patrick Kraft, the athletic director of Temple University, released a statement saying Coach Harden was a caring giant man who touched so many lives. Really, you get an understanding of how many lives he did touch and, what he meant to Temple football. And
he certainly will be missed. And that's all we have for this week's Temple Timeout. As always, be sure to follow us at TU_Sports Desk for all things sports around the nest. And don't forget to check out our Sports Desk tab on TempleUpdate.com. For Vince Coll, I'm Bri Hofsass.